a few basic things that are touching on my mind, so to speak. The pebble in my shoe, proverbial shoe, so to speak. Um, like I said, this week's been kind of interesting. I've been kind of unhinged, and I apologize if I seem a little bit brash or whatever. But that kind of thing does happen from time to time, especially with me. I could be a little bit nuanced, a little bit out there. So, you know, especially with the news the way it is, God bless Rick Santorum. I'm just going to give him a shout out. Rick Santorum, I really feel that he is the best candidate for the job, in my opinion. Of course, that's my opinion. Of course, Newt's trying to sell himself, and so is Romney. But Romney is just another Obama. He's Obama in a different color suit. He's an Obama with an R in front of his name. All right? So you ought to keep that in mind. But of course, anything's better than Obama. But I'm really hoping and praying that Santorum, and I'm going to just give this prayer right now, that God gives Santorum blessing and protects him and his family for the next 6 months or so while he's doing this, and that he is blessed, and that he pulls out a miracle and wins this thing. I am praying for you, Rick. And I will even contribute a little money to your campaign. I'm going to outwardly say that because, like I said, I feel like he is the only one that is going to be able to turn this around somewhat. Now, granted, this country has had so much crap happen in the last 4 years that's never happened in our history before. I mean, seriously, we have never in our history been through this kind of stuff. Now, we've had maybe 3 or 4 things happen at once, but never everything all at once. We've never had the global economic system about ready to tank. We've never had a oil crisis in the Middle East at the same time. We've never had the sabers of World War facing us, except twice before. But, at that point, we're kind of staying out of it. We were supporting the good guys with weapons and ammunition and supplies, but we weren't really in the game yet till Japan hit us in World War II, and then whenever that ship was sunk in World War I by the Germans. So, you got to really understand what we're going through here. It's a slippery slope. And what do I mean by that? It seems to me like everything is in fast forward. It's almost in like a lightning speed how fast all this stuff is coming to fruition. That's what it seems like to me. The news is happening so fast, and the events are happening so fast, whether it be tornadic outbreak 2 weeks ago in the southeast, earthquakes, solar flares, all these things, they're signs. And you could just have to open your eyes and see the signs. You really do. It's as simple as that. Also, you should be worried about what's going on. The government has turned fascistic. It has. They're supporting the vermin and the Occupy movement, but they are auditing the Tea Party and 9/12 groups and conservative groups and churches. They're auditing them. The IRS is. They're trying to shut us up. They're trying to shut us down. And I don't know how that makes you guys feel, but I can tell you this. I am not feeling comfortable about it at all. in my own skin, which is probably why I went on 2 days of ranting and raving and this and that and the other thing. You know, it's just it's far too weird to be coincidental at this point. That's how you got to look at this. You got to sum it up, because it's far too coincidental. And that's all you can say. It really is. But you know, it's like I'm always thinking for the future. I'm always thinking for good things to happen. And I'm praying for good things to happen. But you know, we do have an obligation. We do have an obligation. We need to face this evil. We need to face these vermin down and put them in their place. Because they are not God. They are not in charge of anything. And they are circumventing our freedoms. That's what they are doing. Now, I know this was kind of a lighthearted radio show. Yesterday's was kind of bizarre. Mondays, I went on to power rants. I'm not going to go into a power rant. I don't have the energy for it today. I just finished up doing a big job, and I'm tired, and, you know, it's time to just unwind, I think. You know, it's coming near the end of the week. You know, Schmucky Wednesday, or whatever you want to call today. Light, you know, the hump day. The hump day. The hump day is over, folks. I mean, most of you are wrapping up for the day, going home, going to, you know, making dinner. But just keep it in the back of your mind that, hey, you know, maybe I need to pay attention to what I am doing in my evening time, where I'm spending my money, what I'm doing, you know, that kind of thing. You need to get closer to God, because I'm telling you, without Christ, without the divine protection of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, you don't got a chance in this mess. All right? They're going to eat you up like bonbons. Okay? That's what they're going to do. And it's going to be it's going to be an over scenario. Game over. Now, if you're going to play the game, you got to play the game with righteousness and God on your side. If you don't want to play that game and you want to play like a scumbag, well, you're going to get scummy results. That's all. That's what it's going to boil down to, folks. That's you know, that's the way it is. I mean, you could look at it either way, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. At the end of the day, what matters is establishing your place in the kingdom of heaven, and establishing your place as a righteous leader, as a righteous person. And yeah, this is coming from a guy that 2 days ago was ranting and raving, and yesterday was ranting and raving. But, you know, it's like I go through these stages where I get very angry. And, you know, I was listening to some guy on the radio the other day saying, you know, anger is a normal thing. And it's a quality that actually God even possesses. God is angry God, folks. He's also a loving God. He's a forgiving God if you ask him for it. But for the most part, he's not a nice guy. He's not Mr. Rogers in a sweater, okay? He's not. If you act like a schmuck, he's going to put you down in the dirt. He's going to humble you. And if you don't listen to him, well, he's just going to let you flounder around, lost, totally confused, dazed, and totally wiped around like a rag. That's what happens. So you just got to keep that kind of stuff in mind. I mean, I'm trying to keep it light today. But, you know, we're coming into our last few minutes of the show, and I just want to say God bless everybody. And I really do appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. I mean, I know some of you probably got offended, or some of you got a little perturbed by what was going on yesterday and the day before with my ranting. But you know, it's an outlet for me. You know, it's like this is the way I can express myself, and I still have the ability to do so. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there like me. I know I'm not the only one. There's millions of us out there that are disgruntled and pissed off at what's going on. Right, left, doesn't matter. They're just sick of it. They're sick of this corruption and total decline, and they want things to get better. That's what that's what they want. But you know, what can I say? I mean, seriously, what can I say? And other than that, but hey, you made your bed, you lie in it, man. You voted for that vermin, and you're dissatisfied. Well, that's what you get. You bought the 2% truth. Instead of digging into it more and doing your research and finding out the guy was a Marxist, you put him in the White House. Yeah, that's what you guys did, I mean, McCain was kind of a hack, too. I mean, we were screwed either way on that deal. Just one way was a quicker trip to hell, but, you know what the definition of hell is. It's where nothing makes sense. And there's eternal fire there, and damnation and crap like that, and it just sucks. That's what hell is. Don't you feel like sometimes it's hell on earth? The crap that we're putting up with and this, that, and the other thing. Well, that's just food for thought in this final segment. And I want to send out a prayer to all of the people that are watching this show, and I pray that God protects you and your homes, and I pray that you find forgiveness in your heart to forgive others, even though there's a lot of people out there right now that are problems. We still just need to find it in our hearts to, kind of put this whole thing aside. We need to put it aside. We need to put it away and try to rebuild and do the best we can to get back on our feet again, It's in the ditch, I'll give you that much, but, you can always pull a vehicle out of the ditch. Stuff will regrow after a forest fire, Stuff will regrow after a volcanic eruption. Things will get rebuilt after anything, really. It's just how strong are we going to be when the whole thing falls apart? Are we all going to just turn into numpties, go into panic mode, and do stupid shit? Or are we going to bind together, unite, and become the men and women that we're supposed to be in God's eyes? That's the question I'm going to pose. That's where the rubber meets the road. And I could sit here all day long and preach to you or rant and rave or whatever. But I felt it in my heart to just say that, especially after 2 days of scathing commentary. I wanted to show you my light side, And I got way other light sides too, but it's just one of those things. So, I just want to say God bless you all. God bless the United States. God bless our homes and the land that we live on. And, I'm not going to say God bless the vermin in the gutter, because they're vermin in the gutter. It's up to them to repent and turn to God. I mean, they have that ability, but some of them are so stupid and drug-addled, they won't do it. They won't do it till the 11th hour, 59th minute, and 59th second. And then by then, it'll be too late. So, just food for thought. So, with God's will in your listenership, I shall return.